As a real estate agent or broker, I have some really good news for you. You are eligible for thousands per year in free government funding in the form of tax breaks to support your real estate business that you never have to pay back. Would the equivalent of free gas be of any interest to you? Well, stay tuned. My name is Sandy Botkin. I'm a CPA, tax attorney, and former trainer of IRS attorneys nationwide. And I'm here to tell you what you don't know about business taxation is costing you thousands per year. In my opinion and experience, 95% of real estate professionals greatly overpay their taxes every year. Why, you might ask? Well, 3 reasons. 1, not utilizing the great beneficial tax laws designed to help you fund your real estate business. And 2, lack of easy-to-use tools to track deductions. And, of course, a major killer, procrastination. Here is something important for you to know. There are 2 tax systems in both the U.S. and Canada. One is for employees and one is for the job creators, better known as business owners and independent contractors like you and I. Here is a real-life example. Meet Mary. Mary is your everyday citizen with a job and monthly expenses such as cell phone, mortgage, or rent payment. Car expenses like gas, oil changes, repairs. She eats out at restaurants. She does a lot of entertaining, so movies, theater, golf, medical expenses, and more. As an employee, Mary cannot deduct these expenses. But if Mary were a real estate agent, even just working part-time from home, then portions of these expenses may become deductible if she is pursuing a profit and she documents her expenses properly according to both IRS or Canada Revenue Agent standards. Think of a deduction like the best rewards card ever. Any expense that is a legitimate business expense is like getting a 20 to 53% cash rebate. Deductions lower the tax you owe at the end of the year, essentially giving you free money just for having business and pursuing a profit. In fact, saving $10,000 in taxes is actually better than getting a $17,000 raise at your job. Surprised? Want to know why? Because at the time you pay taxes on the $17,000, you actually end up with less than $10,000. The key to all this is following the rules, which in my 30 years of experience, most business owners are just not doing. Let me share just a few deductions with you. First of all, let's look at meals and entertainment. In both the U.S. and Canada, you can deduct 50% of your meals and entertainment plus 50% of your friend's meal and entertainment if you pay for them. So let me ask you something. Who are your potential clients, or who could possibly give you referrals to new prospects? In most cases, everyone can potentially lead to new business, right? So if everyone is a potential source of business, can you ever go out to eat with someone other than your spouse and not have an opportunity to discuss your real estate business? If you're not writing off almost every meal, I want to suggest you change the way you promote your business. But here's the catch. You have to write down the following information to qualify for the deduction. 1, who you met with, what's their name? 2, specifically, why was it considered a business meal? For example, I asked for a real estate referral, or I talked about an inspection problems, or we discussed an offer. 3, what type of expense? For example, meals or entertainment. 4, where? The name of the restaurant or establishment, or even at home. 5, when? The date of the event. And 6, and finally, how much was the expense? If you don't document all this information, the deduction will not withstand an audit, and that can get very expensive. Next tip. How would you like to get the equivalent of free gas? I'm not joking. I'll show you how. There are a couple of ways to deduct your car for business. I will go over just one of the methods. In the U.S., you get 56.5 cents a mile deduction for every mile you drive for business. So if you're paying $3.50 per gallon and you get 20 miles per gallon, then it costs you $3.50 to drive the 20 miles, right? Assuming you drive the 20 miles for business reasons, at the current 56.5 cents per mile, that equates to a deduction of $11.30. Now, we take that deduction and multiply it by the average tax rate, which happens to be 33%, and we get a total cash savings on that deduction of $3.72. Can you see that? Here's my point. If you paid $3.50 for gas, but you get a $3.72 savings as a result of the deduction for your car, then you just get free gas. Do the math. In reality, with this method, you do not get to deduct other expenses like oil changes and gasoline purchases. Those type of expenses are built into the government rate. But you can see that not doing it is like throwing dollars out the window, quite literally. I will show you a simple, fast, and easy way to turn your car into a bulletproof, tax-deductible gold mine in 2 minutes a day at the end of this video. No kidding. Next tip. There's a lot of misinformation about having a home office. In 1999, both the US and Canada liberalized the home office rules. Now, why would they do that if they didn't want you to claim a home office? In my opinion, if you are crazy if you don't claim a home office deduction, and you really are crazy because it's worth thousands. If you think that just because you do some work out of your real estate office location, you're not eligible for a home office, you're wrong. Let's go through an example. Let's say that your home, and you use your home 20% of your square footage exclusively for business. It could be more, it could be less. I'm just picking a number. This means that 20% of your rent payment or 20% of the interest portion of your mortgage can be deducted as a business expense. In addition, 20% of your maid service, your utilities, repairs, phone service, security system, and many other expenses associated with your home may be deducted, including property taxes. Here are the home office requirements. You must prove a certain portion of your home is used exclusively for at least an hour a day or more for your real estate business, or for any other business that you might have. Now, how do you do that? Well, simple. You take a measurement of the space used for business, and then you take a picture of that exclusive space being used for your real estate business. As long as you do your significant work from your home and don't do significant administrative work at another office, you can legitimately claim a home office deduction. In fact, you can claim a home office deduction and also deduct the rent that you may pay your broker for desk space. Don't you see why this information is so valuable? Let's go back and look at Mary as an example. Let's assume Mary is in the 33% tax bracket, and that includes federal, state, and Social Security. This is the average, by the way, for the United States, so there's a good chance that this fits you as well. Let's assume that Mary used her cell phone 90% for business purposes, and her total bill is $120 for the month. That means she gets a deduction of $108. Let's assume she has an exclusive home office that uses 20% of the square footage for her home. If her mortgage interest payment and rent payment is $2,000, that means she gets a monthly deduction of $400. Utilities of $400 multiplied by that 20% means a deduction of $80. Monthly property tax of $200 times 20% is $40 in deductions. If Mary spends $200 a month on eating out, she can successfully turn those into business meetings. That means she gets a 50% deduction, which is $100 a month. The same would go for fun and entertainment at $200 a month. That equals a $100 deduction. If Mary drove 400 miles per month at the deduction rate of 56.5 cents per mile, that's a total deduction for her car each month of $226. Now remember, a deduction is not cash, so let's multiply the total deductions of $1,054 by an average 33% tax bracket. These 7 deductions, documented properly, creates a cash savings on taxes of potentially $347.82 each month. You multiply that by 12 months, she is saving potentially $4,173.84 per year or more at tax time. And I want to point out that these were expenses that she was incurring regardless of having a business. There are many more deductions. I'm just barely scratching the surface of the business tax benefits that I will teach you. What if you could legally save thousands in taxes in as little as 2 minutes a day? I want to introduce you to a tool named TaxBot. The 3 major goals of TaxBot are to educate business owners about the great tax laws and make tax documentation compliance fast, simple, and easy. And of course, help taxpayers keep thousands more of their own money. The result produces more self-assured, confident, and wealthier taxpayers. Here are just a few of TaxBot's clients and business partners using and recommending TaxBot to their members and clients: state and national CPA and accounting associations, state realtor associations across the U.S., billion-dollar direct sales companies, national trade associations, national franchise owners, tens of thousands of independent business owners. You know, TaxBot works on your iPhone, iPad, any Android device, and the web. Say goodbye to shoeboxes of receipts and mileage clipboards with just a push of a button. TaxBot allows you to track your expenses according to IRS and Canada Revenue Agent standards. Tracks multiple business and cars on one account. Snap photos of receipts and store them online automatically with 24-hour access. Track your business mileage with the GPS in your smartphone or tablet instantly. Link to your bank or credit card to find missed deductions. Get short tax training videos and learn how to legally lower your taxes by thousands. And finally, we securely store all of your records in the cloud, so you never have to worry about losing your records. Use TaxBot only 2 minutes a day, and you must save at least 20 times your $9.95 monthly cost, or we will refund your money for that month and close your account. So it's only $9.95 a month, which is fully deductible and no contract. For more information about TaxBot, check out the information on this webpage. But what are you waiting for? Take the risk-free 30-day challenge and see if we can't help you keep more of the money you make forever.